Narrated Ubaydullah bin Adi bin Kiyar. I went to Uthman bin Affan while he was besieged, and said to him, "You are the chief of all Muslims in general, and you see what has befallen you. We are led in the salat, prayer, by a leader of al-fitan, trials and afflictions, etc., and we are afraid of being sinful in following him." Uthman said, "As salat, the prayers, is the best of all deeds, so when the people do good deeds, do the same with them, and when they do bad deeds, avoid those bad deeds." Az-Zuri said, "In our opinion, one should not offer salat behind an effeminate person unless there is no alternative." Narrated Anas bin Malik. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said to Abu Dhar, "Listen and obey your chief, even if he is an Ethiopian with a head like a raisin." Narrated Ibn Abbas. Once I passed the night in the house of my Aunt Maymuna. Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, offered the Isha prayer, and then came to the house and offered 4 rakat and slept. Later on, he woke up and stood for the prayer, and I stood on his left side. He drew me to his right and prayed 5 rakat and then 2. He then slept till I heard him snoring, or heard his breath sounds. Afterwards, he went out for the morning prayer. Narrated Ibn Abbas. One night I slept at the house of my Aunt Maymuna, and the Prophet, peace be upon him, was there on that night. He performed ablution and stood up for the prayer. I joined him and stood on his left side, but he drew me to his right and prayed 13 rakat and then slept till I heard his breath sounds. And whenever he slept, he used to breathe with audible sounds. The Mu'adhin came to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and he went out and prayed the morning prayer, without repeating the ablution. Narrated Ibn Abbas. Once I passed the night in the house of my Aunt Maymuna. The Prophet, peace be upon him, stood for the night prayer, and I joined him and stood on his left side, but he drew me to his right by holding me by the head. Narrated Mu'adh bin Jabal. I used to pray the Isha prayer with the Prophet, peace be upon him, and then go to lead my people in the prayer. Narrated Amr. Jabir bin Abdullah said, Mu'adh bin Jabal used to pray with the Prophet, peace be upon him, and then go to lead his people in prayer. Once he led the Isha prayer and recited Surat al-Baqarah. Somebody left the prayer and Mu'adh criticized him. The news reached the Prophet, peace be upon him, and he said to Mu'adh, "You are putting the people to trial," and repeated it thrice, or said something similar, and ordered him to recite 2 medium surahs of Mufassal. Amr said that he had forgotten the names of those surahs. Narrated Abu Mas'ud. A man came and said, "O Allah's Messenger, by Allah, I keep away from the morning prayer only, because so and so prolongs the prayer when he leads us in it." The narrator said, "I never saw Allah's Apostle more furious in giving advice than he was at that time." He then said, "Some of you make people dislike good deeds, the prayer. So whoever among you leads the people in prayer should shorten it, because among them are the weak, the old, and the needy."